Hey y'all, and welcome to day 18 of our St. Joseph Consecration. Today our title is Joseph Most Prudent. Pray for us. What does that mean, prudence, that virtue? We hear in the readings today that virtue of prudence is described as the charioteer of all the virtues. Prudence, in a way, drives the other virtues. It kind of frames the virtues. And prudence is the virtue that really kind of tells us what and how we are to do something, what we are to do and how we are to do it. And so that kind of guides everything with our actions. What are we supposed to do at any given moment? How are we supposed to go about it? We hear today that without prudence, a person will be either too lenient or too harsh. All right, that's that balance that we have to find sometimes between truth and charity. And Joseph was able to do that. He was a man of great charity, of great love, to be able to love Jesus and to love Mary. He was also a great man of truth, someone who was honest, someone who really respected the truth, even like when people, when the angel came to him and said, your wife is with child, like, do not be afraid to take her into your home. He recognized the truth. But we hear also that there's two different kinds of prudence. There's this level of human prudence, the natural virtue of prudence, but there's also this supernatural prudence, the supernatural virtue of prudence, which does not seek to avoid suffering. And we see that Joseph did not flee Pharaoh out of fear of suffering. He fled, going into Egypt, knowing what they could have suffered in Egypt. He fled because that's what was best for the Holy Family. And in a way, Joseph knows not to flee suffering, because he knew also, hearing the Canticle of Simeon, that Mary's heart would be pierced. He didn't run from that either. He didn't run from watching his wife's heart be pierced by several different things throughout her life. And we see also that Joseph, as a man of prudence, would never arise from sleep and flee to Egypt if it wasn't for the supernatural prudence. He listened to that dream, that maybe he would have woken up and said, this was just a dream, this is crazy, but he didn't. He had that supernatural prudence and that trust in God to understand that this is what the Lord was asking of him to do. And so we ask St. Joseph today to help us to grow in this virtue of prudence. And so we say, Joseph, most prudent, pray for us. Thank you and have a blessed day.